Hey guys, it's Nikki Zeke again, coming back at you with a ridiculous story from Time Hop today. I didn't know what I was gonna film about or say stupid things about today, but Time Hop saved me. So thanks guys. It's a really funny story that happened about 6 years ago, and I completely forgot that it happened until I saw this on Time Hop. So I'm going to tell that story because it's really funny, and it's just ridiculous, especially since it involves my father. Makes it like 5,000 times more funny. So there's that. If you can hear a lot of like dinosaur noises, it's probably my dishwasher because it's ancient. It's really bad. So I'll get into the story. So it was about 6 years ago. We were at my parents' house. We were outside on our deck, just chilling, hanging out in the sun, relaxing, hanging out as a family. Not everyone lived at home, like all together. So it was just nice seeing everybody. It might have been for my brother's birthday, maybe, but we were just at what have you. We were just sitting out on the deck and just hanging out, having fun, and all that kind of stuff. So back at that point in time, back 6 years ago, we did have a landline phone. We mostly used our cell phones as normal people do, but we still had a landline for whatever reason. I don't know why my parents kept that, but they did. When they moved again 2 years ago, they got rid of it. So good job, Mommy and Daddy. You're moving up. You're getting there. So we're on the deck, and the landline rings, and we don't recognize the phone number. Usually if someone does call our landline, it's a family member or something. So we just kind of looked at it weird, like, okay, and then noticed the person had left a voicemail, and it took a very long time to make a beep. So the voicemail was long, and we were kind of confused, and we were all kind of intrigued because, like, this is a thing that, I'm sorry, I'm so hot right now. It's like 80 degrees in my apartment. This is a thing that doesn't happen. Like, we don't get like long voicemails. It's just like, hey, it's Grandma, call me back. Like, it's nothing. So we were like, okay, like, let's listen to it. So we were like in my parents' kitchen, I believe, trying to listen to this voicemail. And so this man comes on, and he sounds terrifying. He sounds like you would expect, like, you know, an FBI director or DEA agent or something to talk to you if you've done something wrong. And he, you know, says his name is so-and-so from the DNC, which is, I think, like the Department of Nature Center, I don't know, something with nature. I didn't bother to look it up. So he says he's with DNC, and he has gotten word that 30 years ago, my father was poaching leopard frogs, which apparently is illegal. And so this man is going on about how he has been trying to reach my father, and he is in trouble for leopard frog poaching 30 years ago when my dad was a little kid. When he grew up, and he, you know, when boys playing with, you know, frogs and swamps and all that kind of stuff. So he's bringing this up like, you know, we're just coming around to get you, like, all this scary, like, mumbo jumbo, and he's saying that, you know, we got people confess that and are witnesses to you poaching these leopard frogs, and you can't do that, and all this stuff. And I'm starting to freak out. Like, I'm literally freaking out for my father. I'm like, is he going to jail? Like, what's happening? Can they do this? Like, does the DNR actually I think it's the DNR, not DNC. The DNR, I'm like, do they actually, like, do this? Like, I don't know. This was so weird to me. So I'm freaking out for my dad because I don't want something to happen to him. And so this guy's just going on, and he's naming names of my dad's, like, good friends that he, like, would go, you know, frog poaching with or whatever. And I'm terrified for my father at this point. And so he's going and naming names and witnesses and how hard it was to find my father. And so he's going on in his scary voice, and my dad doesn't recognize any of this. And my dad, the look on my dad's face was like, oh shit, like, what? Like, is this really happening? Like, can they do this? Like, this is from 30 years ago. Like, there's got to be, like, some sort of statute of limitations on here, right? I was a kid. So, I don't know. It was just kind of ridiculous. And I keep moving, and you're probably going to punch me in the face. So, what kind of gave it away, though, at the end, was when the man said, yes, we had to waterboard multiple people to get your name. And from then on, I just busted out laughing. And I was like, Dad, this cannot be true. I go, they're not going to tell you they waterboarded someone to get your name and call you, you know, at your house phone. And so the guy keeps on with it for a little bit longer. And just really funny things, like really serious, like you're going to go to jail for, you know, 25 to life, you know, this type of stuff. Like, we already have your address, we're sending people to your house right now. And so, like, I'm still freaked out a little bit, but at the same time, I'm cracking up because they said they actually waterboarded people to get my dad's name out of this. So at the end of this voicemail, turns out it was my dad's childhood friend from about 30 years ago, and he was just reaching out to say hey and what's up. This lamp is fucking perfect. It's just like a little elf. Yeah. But anyway, so my dad just never even recognized this man's voice, even though they were best friends, you know, 30 years ago. 30 years prior to this message, they were best friends, and they did the frog poaching together. So it was just so great. It was the funniest thing. And then when my dad finally realized it, like, it took him a little bit, and he could not stop laughing. He was crying. Like, tears were literally falling down his face from him crying so hard, and from laughing so hard and crying at this elaborate prank to just get back at my dad for I don't know what, but this guy just wanted to reach out, say hey, like, what's up, how you doing, like, we haven't talked in, you know, however many years. So I thought that was a really, really, really silly story to tell you, and it's one of the best, like, pranks I think I've seen an older person play on another older person. So my dad is gonna be 63 this year. So it was so funny. I wish you could have heard the message. And I really needed to tell you that because I think it's funny. My sense of humor is probably different than most people. I am inappropriate. I am just ridiculous. My sense of humor is just, there's no word for it. And I'm just sarcastic, and no one can tell when I'm actually serious, which makes my life. So, okay, this hat, guys. Alright, so I just wanted to tell you this little silly prank that my dad's friend made on him. And I don't remember what my dad said back to him. He did call him back though, and, you know, give him a little bit of a verbal beating there for scaring the shit out of him. But it was so funny, and it was the greatest thing ever because my dad is the biggest nerd. He went to school for biology. He wanted to be a ranger, so like a forest ranger. So we always call him Ranger Dave. And so it was the most perfect prank you could ever pull on my father. And I loved it, and I wanted to share it with you because it was so great. I think that's it. I don't think I'm missing anything. The waterboarding thing was probably my favorite part, because even though that did give it away, it was the perfect touch to this long ass story about my dad illegally poaching leopard frogs. So I just wanted to share it. It's great. I love my dad. I love his friends are really funny, especially from like his childhood friends are great. So just, I don't know. I have nothing else left. I just wanted to tell you how funny that was because I thought it was funny, and laughter should be shared, and everyone should be happy. So, I guess I will see you little muffin heads later, maybe tonight if I'm feeling a little frisky, and make another video, but probably not because I have no ideas. So, I will probably see you tomorrow, and you have a lovely day or night, and I will talk to you muffins later. See ya!